What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to the Girlz Room. It's your girl i.cari, and you already know what we just gonna start with. The fit check, the fit check, the fit check, the fit check. Okay, you already know I got the Yeezys on with the pretty little things, socks on. You feel me? Make your way up down. I got the Shop Wardrobe jeans. Get into it. The Waist Bees by Waist Magic and Beautiful Vibes. This top I think I got from like H&M for a long time ago. I got the Girlz hair tie here by me, necklaces. Let's just get into the video. All right, y'all. This is my guest, my beautiful mother. What do you have on?
Hi everyone. Today I am rocking the leopard print by 9 West jeans. Baby, you can't go wrong with Express. I got on this body snatching bodysuit by Express also. And Target, baby, you can't go wrong with Target. Look at this blazer.
Look at it, yeah.
And this hair is all mine.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Girlz Room. The Girlz Room. The girl. What's up, second camera? Can't forget about y'all. I did it just for records to edit. All right, y'all. So today we have a special guest, which is my beautiful mother, and today we're gonna get into motherly bonds, connecting with your mother, how we kept a relationship going, how I love her so much, and we just gonna get into it. So you already know what we're gonna start off with. We're gonna start off with the quote of the day, and the quote of the day is, drum roll please. Thank you. The mother-daughter bond is like no other. You fight, you make up, you laugh, you cry. It's a soul connection that never dies. All right, y'all, I'm finna bring my mommy on the show. My mommy on the show. Everyone welcome Monique Rogers. Woo! My background is terrible today.
Y'all was supposed to get into it.
We literally have you in the background and they're not doing a job.
They need to be 12.
That was great.
Thank you. I'm just saying,
Yeah, the energy up. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna get this started. Introduce yourself in your social medias.
I am again i.cari's mother. I am Monique Rogers. One of my social media handles is what are you talking about? For my nonprofit, which is called Metamorphosis Women's Account. I know I'm supposed to say that for the last, but just want to throw it out there. It is at weare.glow. Go on and like us and subscribe so you can get, all the updates on what we're doing in the community.
Period. Okay, so we're gonna start this conversation off with how much you love me. I'm just playing. You was really gonna get into it.
I was.
So basically, I want to start the question off is, how did you have to transition your motherly guidance from a child to an adult? Like, what's the difference? And like how
it's a major difference, and it almost feels like another like transition that you have in life. Never knew that would be such a struggle, but it was. So basically, raising you as a child, right? I am always telling you what to do because I see what's best for you, right? So my job is to lead and guide you down that direction that I see best for you. You're a child. You listen to your parents. I'm in charge. And so that's just that, right?
Yeah, like what you said go.
What I said go because I said so, right? But then as you become an adult, not only did you become an adult, you also move out the house.
Yeah.
Right?
18.
So the thing I think that mothers have with the whole transition is that whole parenting thing and then transitioning to not being a parent. Like, I can't tell you what to do anymore because I said so. Even though I may see or feel that you're making the wrong decisions, it's not necessarily my job to stop you from doing it. However, I do believe, mothers, and y'all might agree with me on this, is that I've paid my dues. And I do feel like I have earned the right to speak in your life. Yeah. So if I do feel like you're making a wrong decision, I do feel like I can say, hey girl, and present it to you a different way. Not say, girl, but you don't need to be doing X, Y, Z, because I said so and you, Not like that. That's not the right way anymore. Because now you're coming into your own womanhood. Now it's like, well, did you consider the outcome of that decision?
Right. And
so
it's
now
my decision to
it's your decision to make. I'm presenting it to you. If you decide to take this route, this could be the possible outcome. And if you decide to take that route, it could be the possible outcome. So that's what I had to learn how to do.
Are you more worried that I'm out the house, or?
I'm actually not that worried. And I think the reason why is because we have such a close relationship, I see and talk to you very frequently. That's what I think. Frequent, yeah. We work out together. I know y'all seen our videos.
So yeah. What I was gonna ask is parenting when it comes to relationships. Because I remember in elementary school I got a whooping for having a boyfriend in 5th grade. Let's talk about it. Okay. So I got a whooping when I was in 5th grade. Then I couldn't have a boyfriend until I turned 17. And then now it's like I'm living with the dude. So your opinion on that?
Okay, so I'm taking it back to elementary school. First of all, what you know about a boyfriend in 5th grade?
That was not good. That was not good.
You know what?
I didn't even, Mom, first of all, I got a whooping and I didn't hold his hand.
Did I whip you?
Yes, you whipped me in the closet. I remember because she was like, I said you can't have yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
That's why you always.
Yes.
To this literally. No, this is hilarious. To this day, if I'm like kind of fussing with her a little bit, she be playing around. Yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
I used to literally have to say yes ma'am, and it didn't help. I was just saying it because like, okay, I get it. I'm getting whooped. You can stop now. I get it.
Here's the deal, right? When you are a child, the rules of the house stand. They're solid. There's no bending them.
Right.
And when they're bent, right, then there's consequences for the action.
Right.
Right. So that's the thing with that. Then becoming a teenager.
Right. Then I was able to have a boyfriend.
Then you was able to boyfriend.
He could come over. We had to be in front of the camera. That wasn't her rule. That was my dad's. But
right. Well, the thing is, it's like he's trying to protect you at the same time. Yes, give you like a little bit of freedom. Right. So you're not so sheltered and go out in the street and be buck wild. I've seen that happen too. But chicks, I'm serious. Like they'll have chicks that kids. Yeah, they'll have chicks that like just shelter them the whole time, and then as soon as they're free, they're just like, oh my god, I didn't get a chance to do any of this, so I'm just gonna go all in. I didn't want that for you either, so just trying to create like some boundaries where you can kind of explore those relationships, but then not too much because I ain't want you to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, me either.
But that's not just it either. That's not just the extent of parenting. It's more than that. We've had conversations about all this stuff. You know, and as
what's the birds and the bees?
The birds and the bees.
That's so awkward.
Then as you develop, you know.
What's the question?
Would you have done the same thing as Aries?
I would have.
You would have, okay.
But my husband, on the other hand, so you have to get him in this hot seat. He has a whole different opinion about raising boys and girls differently. Yeah. Not really sure why that. Y'all know that whole.
Yeah, it's like.
What is it called?
Double standard.
Double standards. Yeah, the double standards. But I was gonna say, birds and the bees and all that kind of stuff. It's not just the extent like, oh, I want you to.
Is it awkward?
What you have?
Like you having a conversation with your kids, the birds and the bees conversation.
It is awkward, but because I had 4, it gets better with time.
So it was easier with me because you did it with theirs first.
Well, y'all kind of like the same age.
Okay.
You know, y'all like a year apart. So it's kind of like together with y'all. So with Zori and Zamora, now it's like.
You already know the vibe did.
It's easy. Easy peasy. I got this.
Okay.
And I want to, anyway. I want to have that conversation.
So the difference, okay, so we're talking about me being a child to me being a teenager. So now I'm living with a dude. So when you think about now, kids. Because she always be like, okay, i.cari. You pregnant. Just gotta check up.
Still checking in. Like, you know, what's going on?
And also I'm doing it before like marriage or anything. So I'm not married.
Right.
But that's really like an old school thing.
It is an old school thing.
Like you don't have to be married to live with a dude.
It's also a Christian thing too. Right? So I tried to do that. She said, you know. But I think what I probably could have did better with the whole Christian taking y'all to church was actually sit down and make you and have like not really conversation like, about it, not just understand. Being like, took y'all to church.
But it was you did do that every time we got in the car after church. You would ask us what we learned that day.
Okay, amen. That's what I Anyway, what they say is like, you know, you raise up a child in the way they should go and they will never flee from it. So I believe that still to this day it's in your heart. You know, I ask her every now and then, you been praying? You like, no, I ain't praying in a while, but then maybe you'll think about it. You know, so.
Yeah, that is true.
But you living with a man is not my ideal dream for you. You know, obviously I would want you to do it the right way. Actually, I wanted you to stay home a little longer, but I know you want to do your own thing.
Yeah. Couldn't stay.
But because I trust the parenting, I trust the skills, I trust the knowledge that I instill in you that you would make good decisions. You know, and I can't judge you. I lived with your dad before I got married. So.
That's true.
And I know you be doing that, don't you? You
What?
like, Mama did it, so.
Yeah. I actually wanted to have a kid when I was 22 because you had me at 22. Like, I was like, I'm going to have my kid at 22 because I knew,
and that's the reason why, as parents, you got to be careful.
Literally, because that's the role model. So whatever they did, and they worked out perfectly fine. Because it's funny, because when me and Jalen were talking, he was like, "You always compare our relationship to your parents." So we was talking about marriage and stuff, and he was like, "How long was your parents together?" And I was like, "I think they was together for like 2-3 years." And he was like, "But they had a kid though." And I'm like, "Yeah." So it's always comparing it to y'all relationship. And he was like, "Okay, name somebody else." I'm like, "Well, I can't," because that's like my first-hand relationship that I've seen. Or anytime I think about like cooking and stuff like that, like you wasn't the cooker, mama.
I wasn't. Failed on that one, y'all. Thumbs down.
And yeah, you had one job. Listen, because I remember going to like the grocery store and we would get food and stuff, and then like we was in the can section. He was like, "Y'all get canned greens?" I'm like, "Y'all get canned greens? We grew up on this.
Listen,
It's 99% canned."
The only time we be cooking regular greens is on holidays.
Yeah, on holidays, literally. So, and then also the box of mac and cheese, like pull that out. Everybody looking at me like, "What you been doing that?" So I'm like, "My mama made this."
That's your dish now.
I know, because I was like, I don't like this box mac and cheese, so I learned how to make mac and cheese. Like,
so now we have family cookout.
So now I gotta bring it every time.
Mac and cheese.
Okay, so the next question is, what's some tips on how to stay close as mother and daughter?
Mother and daughter, or adult mother and daughter?
Adult mother and daughter. Well, period.
Period.
Do you think that we ever didn't have a relationship and then we had to grow to it? Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think we ever had, because I know a lot of people that be like, "I didn't like my mom." I'm like, I didn't like her, but it was not like I didn't talk to my mom.
Right, we still
like she used to get on my nerves in middle school most of the time, because I'm like, "Girl, shut up, y'all know that about me, where I'm from." I got that from my sister. But yeah, literally, literally, I used to think like, "You don't know nothing about me."
Yeah, but I don't.
But then it was only a short phase.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Except that one time I resented you is when
I
remember. This is what happened. When she permed my hair. When she permed my hair. Oh. Yeah, the damage was real. Okay, I went through a whole time in middle school. I ain't had no edges, and I tell my friends this, and they be laughing. No, it was traumatizing because at that time my mom was going natural, and hair was just flourishing, looking, and I'm like, like literally, she'd be like, "Y'all, look at my natural hair, cut it all off," and it was like growing all nice and stuff, and I'm just sitting here with no edges, just looking on with this lip up and fly.
Terrible, no.
I was like, wow. So then I eventually went natural, but at that time I did not like you. I'm like, "Dang, mom, you don't even care about my hair."
But we came up with a really good plan for you to go natural.
What really good plan did we
was going? You know, we was on the ponytails, the sewing until they grow out.
Yeah,
and then
we did.
Yeah.
Do that.
Now look at you, flourishing.
Yeah, we haven't went back to perm since. Scar for life. Literally.
I probably won't either. I don't think. But back to your question, how to build a relationship, right? I think it started for me. If I don't try to talk too much, is I don't like to bring it up really, because if Mama listened to it, then she'd be feeling bad. But my mom, I wasn't able to have a relationship with my mom. So, and I desired it so bad. I used to love how I would see mother and daughter go get pedicures together and have brunch, and you know, I was just like, gosh, I would love to do that with my mom. But the way my life was set up, you know, it didn't really happen like that. So I dreamed a dream, and I made a decision in my mind that if I had kids or, you know, daughters or whatever, that they would be my daughters and then eventually grow up to be my besties. And I think I'm kind of right, I'm on track with that. So in that whole process is really taking motherhood seriously, right? Understanding that the way that I live my life is going to impact you. It's about these generational things, right? So the way I live my life is going to be the way, kind of similar how you're going to live your life, and the mannerisms or whatever you're going to take into your life, relationships, etc., right?
It's kind of aggravating. Like, literally, I feel like I'm slowly turning to my mama. It's disgusting. Like, y'all, when I was younger, my mama has, like, these little moles. I'm growing moles on my face. And also, when I was younger, we used to go get, like, if we got, like, snacks to mom, used to always get Funyuns. I'm like, why are you getting Funyuns?
Man,
I stay eating Funyuns now. Like,
the
that's my
whole bag
favorite
just
chips.
came on the other day. I'm like, really?
That's not chip, nah. Wait. I like Funyuns. I'm like, I'm turning to my mama. And then also, I remember going to Wendy's, and we used to get, like, burgers and stuff like that, and used to get chili. Why on my break, I got some chili the other day. I said, my genetics.
It's happening. Anyway, for me, it was love at first sight. Right?
Was it?
Yes.
That's how I look funny looking.
But you just not a funny looking baby.
Really, mama? I mean, she said you my funny looking baby.
She
Come on now.
said nicely.
That's my funny
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
baby.
you was not funny.
Anyway, just bonding, right? Making sure I spend time with y'all. A lot of things I had in my heart to do differently. You know, I wanted to read y'all books. I used to read books to y'all, stuff like that. Okay, well, whatever. So reading books to y'all, making sure y'all had good memories. And that good memories come from, like, you know, planning things and, you know, doing things that you like and love. Having these conversations with you, you know, as you're growing up, participating in school events, you know, all those different things to me, I feel like made a big difference, you know, in your life and in our relationship. And then as you're just growing older, being understanding, I know I had like a judgmental problem.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you're working on it.
Yeah, I'm getting better though. Not overreacting in a lot of situations,
Yes,
whatever.
come on, mom.
You know, just trying to like building trust that
Mm-hmm.
you can talk to me about different things. You already know if you tell me something, I'm probably gonna tell your dad. Like, that's already established. So, right? It's already. I don't have to be like, oh, I told you, dad. You already know I told him. And so together we make these decisions that, you know, impact your life. And I want a relationship with you. And the cool thing is that you want a relationship with me too.
Right.
So now as an adult, ladies, it has to be intentional.
Yeah, it has to be both ways.
It has to go both ways. It's not just me always, you know, calling you like, hey, you want to do, you are now calling me like, hey, mom, they got this event we should go to. Hey, mom, there's brunch.
Yeah.
Right. And you're just like, I don't never do brunch.
Yeah, now I'm doing brunch. So question, because I can't relate to this, because me and you always had a good relationship, but how did you build a relationship, like, with your mom again?
So, a lot of times, we put daddies on the chopping block, right? And what I mean by that is, we always, like, you know, talking about daddy issues. You know, my daddy wasn't there.
Down to the bear. Change my underwear.
But you can also have mommy issues. And so
yeah, that's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Like, mommy could be missing, you know, just absent. Mama could be on drugs, or like with my mom, she had a mental illness, and so she couldn't be there for me like, you know, I needed her to be. So as I become an adult, because I resented my mom as well. There was a lot of things that I experienced in my life that I felt like that I shouldn't have experienced if she would have been a mama, just been there, you know, to help me and, you know, understand some different things as I was becoming a young woman. I feel like a lot of those things could have been prevented. Just our whole life was just terrible. So as I became an adult and gave my life over to Christ, I was like, you know, I began to understand forgiveness and the power of it. And one day I sat down and I talked to my mom, right? Because we used to be homeless a lot. We moved from like shelter to shelter, state to state. Always on the run from nobody. But in her mind, it was real because she had the mental illness. So I went on this retreat one time and I just knew that I had this resentment towards my mom. Like, it was just hard to even hear her voice. Like, when she would call me, it was just hard for me to even just talk to her. It was just like, why she talking to me? Why she calling me? Whatever. Went on a retreat, felt like I just, you know, cleansed my soul or whatever. And made a decision to sit down and just talk to her to find out, like, you know, what was going on. And to sit and hear the struggle that she had herself personally while trying to raise 3 kids.
So you realize she's a person, like, she
did the best that she knew how to do in that situation. And so what I began to do was, instead of blame her for everything that happened, I began to flip it and look at it from a different perspective and say, you know what? My mother, even though she had this mental illness and she thought the mafia was chasing us and trying to kill us, praise God, and awesome for you that you tried to get us to safety.
Yeah, at least
if she was doing that. When she was getting our clothes from, you know, the Goodwill and like different hand-me-down, you know, places and churches and stuff like that. Well, good for you that you made sure we had clothes. Good for you that you made sure
she did the best that
she did the absolute best, raising 3 kids, you know, struggling. So I made a decision to forgive her for that, and then try my best could do better. I really could do better. But try my best to, like, you know, now going forward, you know, make better decisions with, you know, spending time, calling her every day. When she don't call me, I'll call her and just be like, hey, how you doing? You know, making sure she has the things that she needs. Making sure she has, you know, things that she needs and stuff like that. Come over to the house, you know, have her, like, she's been in y'all life the entire time. You know, which has definitely been a blessing to her, so. That's hard to do. I think it really does when you start off with, you know, it's like, man, I don't have this kind of relationship with my mom, but I would like to have that. Sometimes, and this is how good God is, He'll send somebody in your life that's like a mother figure. It may not be your blood mother, you know, your birth mother, rather, but God will send somebody in your life that is like a mother figure, you know, and then be open enough to appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the other side of that too is sometimes it takes a while to work through those things. It has to be both people in any relationship, right? It takes both people.
The effort.
Yeah, to put in the effort to want to make it work. And
but I like when you said that you had to realize that when you look into her perspective, because I feel like a lot of people don't put themselves in their parents' shoes. They was like, oh, my mama did this, this, and this. Because even with both y'all, as an adult, I had to think like, oh, the reason why my parents are like this because they were raised like this, and they just doing what they think is right. So I can't really be mad at you because you didn't know. Like, we're all going through this together.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting the back end. And mine isn't as serious as yours, but I did not like the fact that you burned my up. Like, literally. literally did like that. So I'm like, okay.
First of all,
I had to understand that I
wanted to perm.
Listen though, y'all. I wanted to perm, but I feel as if I compare myself because I'm the older sister, so I'm the first daughter. I'm literally the test child. So I had to think like, okay, all this stuff happened to me, and my sisters don't get to go through it because she did it to me. So it's like, I had to think like, oh, well, I can't be mad at my mom for testing it on me because I'm first. And also, yeah, I wanted it. But you could have easily said no, because I'm pretty sure Zoe and Zamora asked for a perm. You said no, they couldn't get it.
Zamora had got a perm.
I'm talking about when they were going, I'm saying when they were younger in 5th grade in elementary school, you not let them perm there.
Okay,
I know.
You, and it was terrible. Why would I go?
That's what I'm saying. They didn't experience the trauma that I had endured.
Firstborns are always test children.
I'm not firstborn, I'm second.
Well, y'all like the end of the game. I keep telling y'all, like when you're apart, y'all like together.
Well, yeah. So you just have to just think like, okay, my mom was human. This is how they were. Like, you have to literally look back to the history too.
Yes, that's really, really important. So looking back into our history.
Yeah.
I found out.
Because there was a point where you was like, I don't know. I don't think you ever not been there, but you just talk a lot. So maybe. So I've always thought like maybe mama like talks a lot and brings stuff to her because she never got that as a child.
I didn't talk a lot as a child.
You didn't.
Very quiet.
I know you were very quiet, and also you felt you were insecure, and nobody really paid attention to what you was doing. So now.
No.
It's about you.
Like camera action, you know, I got
like literally, when you be talking about me, you know.
But I'm really trying to work on that because Dorian and Zamora brought to my attention.
Again?
Probably again. It takes a while. It takes trying
a couple times.
Over and over again. Sometimes for that transformation and that change to happen.
Yes, it doesn't happen overnight.
It doesn't happen overnight. Some stuff does, but a lot of stuff takes time. It's a process. But they told me that. Oh, I'm always giving them an example of like, you know,
your past situations.
My past situations. So the things that they're dealing with is nothing. That's nothing. Because what I went through.
Yeah, you've been through a lot.
Because I've been through a lot. What you're dealing with, I don't even see why that's.
I think that what you be doing is you just try to give them an example of how you've been through it too. And how to
that too, and then how they can overcome.
Yeah.
And that they're stronger than they think they are. But what Zori told me was, when I do that, it's making her dumb down how she feels.
Okay.
And I don't want to do that. Or make her feel
maybe you
like...
need to say it after they're finished what they're saying.
Yeah.
And say it differently. You can still bring it up.
You
can still bring back an example and be like, this is what I did to overcome it. You just got to say it after. Don't cut them off, Mom.
I'm working on it.
Well, guys, this is my beautiful mother. And right now we're gonna give basically a shout out to a black business. What black business did you want to shout out? You told me earlier.
It's I was telling you that it's a boutique here located in Jacksonville, Florida. It is called A Mock Beauty. Do I need to get my phone?
I can put it on the screen.
Okay, it's called A Mock Beauty. She really does specialize in dressing the body and styling the mind, focusing on mind, body, and spirit confidence. So definitely check her out. I think you would like her sets and just her vibe in general.
That's amazing. I also want to shout out a upcoming artist, Zori. This is my sister's in the back. What's the name? You said it earlier.
Anthony's brother or somebody? Lil Rod.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll put his Instagram or whatever up. Make sure you guys check him out. I'm trying to incorporate the band. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you said it earlier. Come on. I told you to pull up the page earlier. All right, thank you guys for watching and tuning in with this conversation. Hope you guys gained something from this video. If you have anything that you want to comment or any suggestions on how to build a relationship, or just, let's start a conversation in the comments. Make sure you do so. Subscribe, follow my social medias, follow my mom's social media. Make sure you follow Glow and support. Yes. And that's the end of this episode. Peace and blessings. Welcome back to the Girlz Room. Today we're talking about love languages. Okay, so
are you aware of what the 5 love languages are?
Kind of, but you can refresh my memory.
Okay, so the 5 love languages are acts of service, giving gifts, quality time, physical touch, and what did I not say?
Wait, say it again.
Acts of service, giving gifts, quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation. And I was going to say to you, because I think I know what your love language is. And the reason why that's important, because that builds up the relationship and the bond that we have between each other.
Knowing each other's love languages.
Because you're always filling up the cup, filling up your little heart or your cup of love with those different acts. And so when you can do that, that's how you strengthen a relationship. Yes. And it also shows that you love care
enough to
take the time
to learn their love languages and actually. So I think that your love languages are words of affirmation.
Top 2, okay.
And gift giving.
Okay, good job.
I did great.
So do you feel like you love me a lot in the words of affirmation? I'm not really sure.
Mama, yes I do.
What you be saying?
I say a lot.
I don't think words of affirmation.
I suck at words of affirmation.
Because you have no emotional.
She's emotionless.
I'm emotionless. I try to work on it. I don't be saying that you're like. Probably, I feel like I say it more not to you. I say it about you.
So the thing with me, I think I've kind of got all 5. And the reason why is because I'm giving out love in different areas. So your dad is definitely quality time and touch. Zori is touch and words of affirmation.
She's touch, definitely.
Zamora is definitely gifts.
Yeah. And
acts of service too.
Acts of service.
Yeah. And Zarius is definitely words of affirmation. I don't know about the rest of them because he's not really around to know about his quality time. But for you, definitely gifts and acts of service.
And words of affirmation.
But which one do I not do enough for your love language?
That you don't do enough. I would say gifts. Yeah, I'm getting mad. I was like, can I get $20? And y'all be like, what you need $20? I'm like, it's literally $20. Like, come on now. I know people that ask for way more than that.
I got you tomorrow.
What do you think that I don't do enough?
Words of affirmation.
Really?
We just talk about that.
It's like awkward.
I don't know if you ever be like, Mom, you're doing a great job.
I think it.
But I don't feel like I'm missing it from you though. If that makes any sense.
Because you get it from other people.
Probably. My cup is always running over. With love.
Get a lot of love in your life.
I get a lot of love in my life. So I'm not pressuring you like, oh my God, you didn't tell me I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, but if I don't bring her over something, I will hear that. Like, you ain't think to bring me no taters? I'm like, girl, first of all, y'all, I have 2 little sisters, okay? I don't think that they understand, because I understand that y'all are parents, and they are not my children. So, being that I want to be the big sister that I am, and I, like, when they come out with me, I pay for their food. Like, I don't got to, but I do. I be forgetting, like, oh, I have to get my mom something when I get home, because I'm already thinking about the 2 rugrats that I already...
I mean, you really don't have to get it for me. I think it's more of the thought of like, hey, I'm out.
I know. I don't even do that. I don't think I do that with anybody.
Like,
not
that's
even
so
just-
much in your
I know.
life. I was hoping that it would have transferred over.
Yeah, I don't do that with literally anybody.
You don't.
Okay.
Remember that time I was in Charlotte and Linda had asked me what I wanted out of stuff?
Uh-oh.
We're gonna get into that another time because he don't do
We gotta
that.
put Marquise in the hot seat.
Literally. The only guy in the girls' room. But
Because every time I go on break, you come back there and yeah, you come back there and eat my food. And when I told you to bring me some food from your parents' house, she said I wasn't gonna eat it, and I would look back there and you got shrimp and that stuff I eat. What's going on, Zakari?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that because I didn't feel like making a plate.
Terrible.
But yeah, so make sure you guys you know, pay attention to your mother's love language, and make sure you guys are showing each other love in the language that they receive it.
Yes. It's your responsibility to learn it.
Yeah.
And do it. Come on, do it.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Peace.